Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Fantasy Matters Fantasy Football Podcast. Season 5 for me and Brendan. Episode number 20, the Super Bowl version. So if you're fortunate enough, in most leagues, this week is the Super Bowl. So we got to get into it. We got to get right. Me and Brendan are close. One of us is going to make it. We got one game to go. The Monday night game is going to determine which one of us is in the Super Bowl. So we got to get right. You ready, man?
No.
You're not? You got to be ready. The Saints will do all right. This in Green Bay. It's going to be super cold, but the Saints will do all right. He's got the Saints kicker, and he needs a few points, so we'll see what happens. You all right? You seem like you're kind of mad.
Yeah, bro. I put Jakey on the bench. I don't know why.
Oh, no, not Jakey on the bench. He scored up a little bit, too. He finally hit a 50-yarder or something beyond 50 yards.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Brendan's the Eagles fan, not super. That's what it is. My
No.
bad. That's what it is.
No, honestly, that's not what it is. No.
Oh, okay.
No, I ain't mad.
We'll get into that a little bit. You ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right, let's start with the injuries. Notable injuries in Week 16. We had wide receiver Tank Dell, horrible knee injury. He's out for the rest of the year. Let's see. Quarterback Jalen Hurts, concussion. You got any reports on that? You see anything today about his health? I know he's in the protocol, obviously, but
No, we just gonna miss next week.
yeah, he's gonna. They already said that.
No, but it's just assumed.
Yeah,
because you have to miss a week.
All right. And then on top of that, Jalen Hurts and his backup, Kenny Pickett's got a rib injury. He's got to get an MRI. He tweaked it a little bit.
He sucks anyway.
That's not nice. Running back, Kenneth Walker III, he's got an ankle. He left the game early yesterday. Running back James Conner, who's having a great year. He seems like he had like a reputation for missing a few games in the middle of the season, but he made it all the way through, but he hurt his knee. He's probably not going to play anymore this year. It looked like it kind of, stiffened up on him or buckled a little bit. Atlanta wide receiver Drake London, hamstring. They said he could have came back in against the Giants, but they just held him out because they were blowing the Giants out. Quarterback Josh Allen, he's got an elbow. Said he should be fine. Tweaked it real quick. Hit his funny bone. Kind of fell asleep on him a little bit, so he should be all right. Steelers wide receiver George Pickens, they say he's got a chance to play. He had a hamstring injury. So most of us, we got to watch this one because there are some Wednesday games, Christmas Day games. I don't know who the schedule maker is for the NFL, but it's ridiculous how many teams have played these games in a short period of time. It's kind of weird. But Pickens for the Steelers, he's got a chance to play. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle for the Chiefs, he's got a calf injury.
Okay.
He should be okay, but still, they take away his recovery time. So we'll see. Something I read today, Calais Campbell, defensive tackle for the Dolphins, right? So to me, this was pretty cool. So I'm going to share with Brendan. If the Dolphins fall out of playoff contention, right, they're going to release him so he can go sign with the contender. That's pretty cool. He's been in the league for a minute. Real good dude. Walter Payton Man of the Year award winner and all that. So I thought it was kind of neat that they're going to release him to let him go get a ring somewhere somehow. So
Tell him to go play for the Eagles.
that was pretty cool. Go play for the Eagles. He might do that. 6'8", 310. He's a big dude. And then the last thing that came through right before we got here, the Texans have signed Deontay Johnson. They played the Ravens, and they just signed a Ravens ex-receiver. So I thought that was kind of funny.
200 yards.
He knows the playbook, so he should be all right. He can give him all the secrets he needs. So we'll see. That Ravens-Texans game should be okay. You want to take the quarterbacks?
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
All right. So we're still back at the who has a better game.
The playoff format. Who's got the better game?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And I got 3 different ones.
Let me tighten up my thinking cap.
All right. So the first group, we got Josh Allen versus the Jets.
Right.
Jared Goff versus the Niners. And Joe Burrow versus the Broncos.
Oh, so these are three dudes that put numbers up, right? Ain't no way to get off Jared Goff after what he did Week 16. Yeah, he's that guy. Yeah. To me, I know all 3 dudes can play, but Jared Goff is playing on another level right now. Offensively, they're no joke.
Yeah.
So I would go with Jared Goff. I think he's going to have the better game of the 3. And the 49ers, they're about cooked, so he should be okay.
That's true, too.
Yeah, they're about cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you think?
Probably Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Josh Allen's injury. Yeah, he said it wasn't serious, but you never know.
Right.
And Joe Burrow, he's going to have a fun time.
With the Broncos?
Yeah.
Broncos defense can be tough. That game's at Cincinnati, so we'll see. But I think, like we said with Josh Allen, he doesn't have to be Superman to beat the Jets. I think they already put that work in. So I would go with Jared Goff as having the best fantasy week of those three.
All right, so the next set, we got Jay Daniels versus the Falcons.
Right.
Baker Mayfield versus the Panthers. And Justin Herbert versus the Patriots. I don't know. I'm probably going to go. I don't know. The only thing about Jay Daniels versus the Falcons is it's just same thing with Josh Allen. He don't got to be Superman for them to beat him.
Right.
So I don't think they gonna blow him out at all. Well, if they do, it's probably gonna be a Brian Robinson Jr. game.
Really? He was definitely Superman against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Man, he hung in there. That was impressive. That was impressive. They're still fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, that's true too. So they going.
It's weird though because the Panthers defense is like it's kind of tough. And then Justin Herbert coming to the Patriots. I don't really like those teams in warm weather cities. They go to cold weather cities to play.
They're not used to it.
Yeah, it's just, and there's no way to get used to that. It's just, I don't know. It just goes against human nature, really. So really, I'm gonna go with your guy, your prize pick from the 2024 season.
Jay Daniels.
I'm gonna go with Jay Daniels. I think against the Falcons, he's gonna have a good game. I mean, it ain't gonna be Eagles production because that game is gonna get probably. I would imagine that game's going to get a little out of hand. They're going to beat up on the Falcons. So I'm going to take Jay Daniels out of this trio. Okay. I take it. But, yeah, that'd be me.
And then the last three, we have C.J. Stroud versus the Ravens. Anthony Richardson at the Giants.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
And Geno Smith at the Bears.
Okay.
I'll take Geno.
You would take Geno?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why?
I don't know. That's my second string quarterback. I got to put some faith in him.
One of your guys. You
that's
kind of feel good about him.
But nah, I just feel like their defense, they give up yards and points. So I'm like, Geno Smith can do it if everybody's playing.
I see what you're saying. It is they're playing. Each one is playing defenses that give up yards. That's a good point. Anthony Richardson at the Giants, man, that could get sideways, man, because he's gonna give you rushing yards too. You're right. Geno is the safest pick. Geno at the Bears, I think, is the safest pick because the Bears defense ain't gonna be able to really just slow them down like that. And I mean, he's coming off 314 yards week 16. So I think of the three, Geno is gonna have the best fantasy week. That would be my guess. But Richardson, man, I could see guys struggling with their lineup, wanting to put him out there because him against the Giants is juicy.
Yeah, it sound good.
It's juicy. It's just, especially if you like, if you get a small boost, it could be the difference between getting a ring and not getting a ring. It's risky as crap, man. Man, that's tough. I tend to play it safe though. I would go with Geno.
Okay.
I would go with Geno. That was a good one. All
right, so now we're down to the who do you starts.
All right, I got it.
Got
I'm ready.
some QBs for you.
I'm ready. Okay.
All right, so we got Brock Purdy versus the Lions. Tua at the Browns.
Right.
And Aaron Rodgers at the Bills.
Of the three, who would I start?
Yep.
I'm going to go with Purdy. I think Purdy playing the Lions is good. Because we know the Lions going to put up points. And in order for San Francisco to keep up, Purdy going to have a pretty big game. He's going to be making some throws. I don't know about Tua at the Browns. I don't know about that.
Nah, this ain't last year.
Yeah, I don't like that one. And then Aaron Rodgers at the Bills, I don't really like that one either. So I would take Purdy. Yeah, the weather is definitely going to be a factor.
Well, it's only I think it's really going to affect like it's not. I don't think it's really going to affect the two main people. Like Aaron Rodgers, he been to Buffalo more times than we probably been alive. And same thing with Devontae Adams. Like they've been to Buffalo plenty of times in the cold. So they
played in Green Bay, so it should be good. Yeah. It should be good. Dude, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's like when we watch football, you see a guy drop a ball or a guy slip and fall run, you be like, man, I could do that. Dude, you can't. Because you see those dudes when they warm up with no shirt on. that nixes me out of the plan right there. There's no way I could do that. They'd be like, hey dog, it warm up today, no shirts. I'd be like, I'm putting a sweatshirt on. No.
I'll be out there in my winter coat or something,
dude. I don't know how they do it, man. I don't see how they do it. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. It's funny you mentioned the weather though. Yeah. But you're right. I don't think it would bother the quarterbacks, but I think Purdy's gonna have a better game. I would start Purdy.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to choose between those 3 quarterbacks for my fantasy championship, Purdy, for sure.
Okay.
All right.
And then the next 3, we got Matt Stafford versus the Cardinals.
Okay.
Bo Nix at the Bengals. And Pat Mahomes at the Steelers. I'd probably go Bo Nix.
I think I would too. Bengals give up yards.
Yeah.
Go ahead, what you
Pat
about to say?
Mahomes gonna have a good time versus Steelers.
You think so?
Yeah, a good old time of running around.
Yeah, his fantasy numbers, they haven't like been elite. They've been okay. And I think that's kind of not disappointing a lot of people, but maybe shocking some guys because he hasn't really had like a 300-yard game or 400-yard game. He's been right around 250, 220 every week. So I would probably go with Bo Nix as well. What about that Rams-Cardinals game? You feel like, because the Cardinals are already out of contention, are they going to put up a fight or are they going to roll over?
They might roll over.
They might roll over? So if you feel like they're going to roll over, Stafford ain't going to really have like a big game.
No.
Kyron Williams might. So
Yeah, Kyron might.
all right. So I'm okay. I would go with Knicks as well because
Okay.
they still fighting for some. Both teams are.
And
Okay.
then now I got 3 quarterbacks for you who are some free agents. If you're looking for
Free
quarterbacks,
agents.
if you're looking for quarterbacks at this stage of the game, you in trouble.
Yeah. Some
But-
things didn't go right.
Yeah, but I'm gonna look out for you though. I got 3 of them.
I like the list you got though. Okay, what you got?
Mason Rudolph versus the Jags.
That's a good matchup.
Mac Jones versus the Texans.
Okay.
And Aiden O'Connell at the Saints.
Those are good matchups for quarterbacks, especially the Mac Jones, Mason Rudolph. They're playing each other, and neither defense is going to put up much, much force at all. So that's a good list. And Aiden O'Connell at the Saints, that dude Brock Bowers is,
He nice.
God, he's nice. He can
Nice.
hoop. He can play. So Aiden O'Connell should get numbers, and then Mac Jones has got Brian Thomas Jr. to throw to. So we talk about him every week. We probably leave that one alone. But no, that's good. There's better free agent help than you had last week.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right, you want me to take the running backs?
Yep.
All right, I got the running backs. We'll start off with who has the better game. Who has the better fantasy game of this group? You got Kyron Williams playing the Cardinals. James Cook playing the Jets. Jahmyr Gibbs at the 49ers. Who has the better fantasy week?
Kyron Williams.
You like Williams?
Yeah. I think they just gonna steamroll the Cardinals.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to tell you, inside the 5, nobody else carries the ball.
Nope.
Kyron Williams.
Mhm.
That's it. And so, all right, so you go with Kyron Williams?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I can't be mad at that one at all. I think all 3 of them are going to have a good game, but Kyron Williams will probably have the best game of the 3. Okay, next round. Joe Mixon playing the Ravens. Chuba Hubbard's at the Bucks. Bijan Robinson's at the Commanders.
Bijan.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
If that's one person that is gonna go off on that team, it's gonna be him.
Right?
Somebody gonna get it.
Somebody going to
They're not gonna get skunked.
Right?
They're gonna get some type of points, and I think it's gonna come from him.
Okay.
Oh,
What?
I lied. Chuba.
You like Chuba?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I thought you was gonna go with Bijan, but I'm gonna go with Chuba. I mean, we've been doubting him all year, and he's done it week in and week out, every week, over 100 yards and a touchdown. So I think the Bucks can cover well, but they don't necessarily stop the run that great. So of these 3, I would go with Chuba Hubbard. Yeah. What about Joe Mixon playing the Ravens? The Ravens coming to him to text to the.
That's
Texans.
my dude. Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon gonna do what he got to do.
The Ravens give up yards too.
They sure do.
Yeah, and the Texans, I don't know. The Texans, they're going to win that division because everybody else is really bad. So they're going to win that division. But of this group, I would go with Chuba Hubbard. All right, let me give you 3 more. These are some of the guys. They're kind of up and down at times. Najee Harris at the Chiefs. DeAndre Swift playing the Seahawks. Javonte Williams of Denver at the Bengals. Some dudes are kind of up and down.
Dang, I'll go with.
I know this one's tough.
I'll go with Javonte Williams.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he had 7. He had 11 targets last week.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Point
Okay.
per reception. That's beautiful.
PPR league.
That's money.
That is okay.
That's
okay.
money.
Yeah. I think we can agree that Najee Harris at the Chiefs is, especially, well, Chris Jones got nicked up. He hurt his calf. He might be limited, but he's probably going to play.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be tough to run against the Chiefs D-line. DeAndre Swift, you just never know what you're going to get. You know, I feel like the Bears just can't get it figured out. They probably won't get it figured out this year. So maybe just by default, you say Javonte Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Not bad. Okay. What about who you're going to start? If you had these 4 running backs, I'm going to give you 4. I need you to pick 2. All right? You got Jonathan Taylor coming off a monster game, right? And you got Aaron Jones playing the Packers, playing his old team, bit of a revenge game. Bucky Irvin of the Bucks playing the Panthers, and Jerome Ford playing the Dolphins. Of these 4, if you had to pick 2, which 2 would you go with? Ugh. Dicey.
Jonathan Taylor.
Gotta go with him. He just come off a monster game. No reason not to take him. 218 yards and 3 TDs in an NFL game. That's crazy.
And Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones,
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Taylor, and Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Let me see what. Okay. Let me see. I definitely like Aaron Jones against his old team. I like it when guys play in fantasy. They play their old team because it's just extra motivation, and that extra motivation always turns into fantasy points.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good with that. The Panthers defense is sneaky tough, and plus Bucky Irvin is splitting time with Rachaad White, so that moves him down the pecking order. Jerome Ford is interesting because it's just him. He gets all the carries, and they're not going to throw it a lot because DTR is just not ready for that just yet. But
yeah.
Okay, it is Taylor and Jones, I think.
Yeah.
Because you look at the running back, and you want to choose your running backs based on him having solid quarterback play. Because you don't want the box to be stacked. So I'm going to go with Jones and Taylor, too. That's a good one. Okay, I'm not mad. What about Rico Dowdle at the Eagles, Isaiah Pacheco at the Steelers, Ramondre Stevenson versus the Chargers, or Breece Hall versus the Bills? If you had to pick 2 of the 4 to start in your fantasy lineup, which 2 would you pick?
Ramondre and Breece.
Okay. Why?
Well, actually, I do Rico and Ramondre.
You think Rico Dowdle's going to put yards up against y'all? Against the Eagles?
The
I'm the Eagles fan, so I say y'all.
Eagles defense is going to give up yards.
Really?
Yeah, because they're gonna be on the field all game.
Really?
Dude, we don't have a quarterback. They're going to be on the field all day. They're going to be tired.
All right. So let's assume, so you're assuming Jalen Hurts is out and Kenny Pickett's going to play.
Yeah.
Which is probably, unless Pickett's too hurt to play. But, okay. So you like Dowdle at the Eagles? What about Pacheco at the Steelers? How do you feel about that one? I'm not necessarily excited about it.
No.
It just seems like...
Yeah, that's why I stayed away from it. I was like, yeah, dude, he's going to get Steelers. I'm all right.
Yeah, and it's just... The comeback from that injury hasn't been as electric as you would have thought.
Yeah.
You know, he started off the year so good, it stinks that he broke his leg. I do like Stevenson, though. He gets a lot of attention, or most of the lion's share of the attention in the Bills offense, so he's a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Breece Hall's been up and down, but he had almost 90 yards from scrimmage in week 16, so I would say Stevenson and Breece Hall as well. Yeah, I would take those 2. Yeah, I feel good about that. So I would say Ramondre Stevenson playing the Chargers and Breece Hall playing the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
You go with that one?
Yep.
Let's skip down to some free agents, guys that you might be able to pick up to give a little bit of a boost to your fantasy roster. The first one is Kareem Hunt at the Steelers. Somebody's going to get it. Somebody's going to have a decent game. The floodgate's going to break open for somebody. Mm-hmm. Let me ask, though, who do you have winning that game? Let's assume George Pickens is going to play.
Steelers.
You think the Steelers are going to win? You got to score? It's going to be...
Like... Honestly, I think it's going to be like... It's going to be a weird score. It's going to be like 21-15.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking like 2017. I feel like the Chiefs are going to win, though. Which is... it's weird because now the Steelers are at that point in their schedule. The Ravens have already been through it, where they played that gauntlet of teams that were tough. So now the Steelers are playing, and the Ravens might catch them. So really, the Steelers need this game to stay ahead of the Ravens. But I think they're playing at Pittsburgh. I think the Chiefs are gonna get them. But to me, Kareem Hunt is a decent free agent. I mean, he had 55 yards rushing, a TD, and 24 yards receiving. Mm-hmm. Not bad. The second free agent, Gus Edwards, at the Patriots, 68 yards and 2 TDs week 16. That's pretty good. I like that one. The third free agent, Zach Charbonnet. If Kenneth Walker's out in the past, yeah, go ahead.
Get him. Yeah. I don't like him, but get him.
You had him last year. But when Walker's been out, he's had some big games. And it's kind of crazy that when Walker plays, Charbonnet doesn't play at all. So that's kind of weird. But Zach Charbonnet is a good free agent to target. The last free agent, Trey Benson. If James Conner's out, Benson might be somebody to look at. Rookie from Florida State, high level talent. He should be okay for a Super Bowl win if you need like a RB2 or RB3 if you're playing 3 running backs. So, yeah, I think those will be good. The free agents, Kareem Hunt, Gus Edwards, Zach Charbonnet, Trey Benson. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to take the wide receivers?
Yep.
This ought to be good. It's going to be interesting.
All right, so now we're down to the who has a better game.
Okay.
Zay Flowers at the Texans.
Right.
CeeDee Lamb versus Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And DK versus the Bears. I'm going with CD.
You going with CD?
Yeah.
What happened to all that Q Mitch got it on lock? They ain't going to do nothing. You think CD going to put numbers up on him?
Dude, I just said it. The Eagles defense is going to be on the field.
They going to get hung out
all
game
day.
Long. Oh,
they going to be on the field all day.
Wow. To me, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So like, and look, we getting off track. This is how it goes.
Okay.
You can hate Jalen all you want.
Right.
But now people see how important he is.
Without a doubt.
The only reason why I watched him win that game is because the Eagles couldn't hold the ball.
Right. That was the only reason.
With Jalen, you only got to get 8 yards.
Yeah.
You only got to get 8 yards in 4 plays.
It did look crazy because no tush push. Couldn't keep the ball. Looked like a totally different team.
Yeah,
he's important to what they do. But I mean, people who watch football, they already know that. People who watch football and know the game, they already know that. They should. Because it just changed the whole complexion of the game. But dude, when he got up, I was like, oh, he's loopy.
He out.
He's loopy.
He went in front of the ref like this.
Yeah, he did. He was like, nah, I'm good. And he was like, no, I'm over here. Nah, you're not good.
Turn around.
Yeah, but it's kind of crazy that CeeDee Lamb has been able to put numbers up without Dak Prescott. I did not expect that. This is actually a good question.
Yeah, it's going to be CD.
You CD?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to counter you on this one, bro. I think it's going to be Zay Flowers.
Okay.
Because I think Lamar just finds ways to find him for explosive plays.
He's so small.
He's not a big person, but yeah, he gets explosive plays though. Yeah, I don't know about CD at Philly. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm gonna go with Zay Flowers on that.
Okay.
All right.
So then we have next 3. We got Malik Neighbors versus the Colts.
Right.
Brian Thomas Jr. versus the Titans, and Lab McConkey at the Patriots.
Who has the best game of this 3?
Yeah. Brian Thomas Jr. And that's your boy.
Yeah, I'm going to say Brian Thomas Jr. I am a big fan. Big fan. But really, and these are all 3 SEC guys. All three rookies out of the SEC. Lab McConkey is not going to be far behind him. Because he makes a lot of plays for the Chargers. I mean, he has 6 catches for 87 yards week 16. He's going to get his. But I would go with Brian Thomas Jr. because he is so explosive.
Okay. All right. And then the last 3. We got Cortland Sutton at the Bengals.
Okay.
Juwan Jennings versus the Lions. And Jordan Addison versus the Packers. Man, I'm going with Jordan Addison. Last week was his little down week.
Yeah.
This week is going to be his up week. And they're going to need to put on points against the Packers.
Yeah. I guess just to be contrary, I'm gonna go with Cortland Sutton at the Bengals.
Okay.
I just feel like the Bengals give up enough yards where Cortland Sutton should have a decent game. I can't argue with Jordan Addison though, because the number 2 receiver on the Vikings is clutch. Because Justin Jefferson's gonna get so much attention. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Cortland Sutton on that one. I think he's gonna outscore Jawan Jennings and Jordan Addison.
Okay.
Cool.
So now we're down to the wide receivers. Like, who do you start?
All right.
And right here, I want you to pick 2 of them.
All right, I got to pick 2.
Yep.
Okay.
So we got Jerry Jeudy versus the Dolphins. Calvin Ridley versus the Jags.
Right.
Drake London at the Commanders. And Jameson Williams versus the Niners.
Okay, so if I got to pick 2, Jameson Williams is definitely one of them.
Yep.
After the game he had week 16, I can't. I think Drake London is kind of nicked up. They say he might play, but I'm going to say no because he's playing the Commanders. I think that's a tough matchup. Jerry Judy's a big old no. They're changing quarterback. It's
Yeah.
career.
Changed his whole,
Oh, my God.
Changed his whole year.
All right, so Calvin Ridley and Jameson Williams. If I had to pick 2 out of the 4 you gave me, that would be my 2.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, that would be my 2.
Okay. And then lastly, we got T. Higgins versus the Broncos. Cooper Kupp versus the Cardinals. Xavier Worthy at the Steelers. And Schmitty versus the Cowboys. I'm going.
Schmitty is Devontae Smith, and for those who are
My
not
bad.
No,
My bad.
everybody know.
Devontae
Everybody
Smith.
knows. Anybody listening know who you talking about.
I'll go with Cooper Kupp and T. Higgins.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Cooper Kupp and T. Higgins.
All right. Okay. I'm definitely gonna go with as Devontae Smith is gonna be one of them.
Nah.
I think that drop is gonna he's gonna want to make up for that big game week 17, just like Jonathan Taylor when he dropped that ball.
I think he's going to make up for it during the playoffs.
You think so?
I don't think he's going to make up for it now.
All right. Well, I don't disagree with
he
that.
doesn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I just think he gets started early. I think week 17 he's gonna ball out.
No, I understand. We seen what Kenny Pickett did. Kenny Pickett got the ball. He threw the ball 24 times. 15 of those times went to AJ.
Yeah.
And then I think 8 of them went to Schmitty.
Yeah.
So 15 plus 8, what's that?
That's 23.
And he threw one more pass to somebody else. You gonna sit here and tell me you threw to 3 people the whole game?
I got you. I just think Devontae Smith is gonna prove a point. That drop is in his head. He gonna get that out.
Yeah.
He gonna get that out. So of the 4 you gave me, I'm gonna go with Devontae Smith, and I'm gonna say Xavier Worthy. I'm gonna go with Worthy. I like Higgins too, but I just feel like the Chiefs are gonna scheme Worthy until some big plays. And playing the Steelers, you need some big plays.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Xavier Worthy and Devontae Smith. Yeah.
Okay.
You got some free agents for us?
Yeah.
All right.
I got a couple.
All right, what you got?
Calvin Austin III versus the Chiefs. Olamide Zaccheaus against the Falcons.
I know. You can't ignore it, man. I mean, because he's the Commander's number 2. And if you feel like Jaden Daniels can play, because you know Terry McLaurin's the number 1, the next guy in line should have a decent fantasy week. So I'm going to say Zaccheaus. He's a good free agent. That was good, man.
He can hoop.
Yeah, he can hoop. He's a hooper.
Darnell Mooney and Keenan Allen.
That Keenan Allen one is tough, bro.
Did you pick him up?
We talked about it. I didn't, to answer your question, but because the way my lineup was working, right? It's not like I'm going to sit AJ Brown to play Keenan Allen. So that's why I didn't pick him up. But dude, he had 141 yards and 2 touchdowns. And we talked about it. He played good. He had a good game against Detroit Thanksgiving Day. So I was close, but I ain't pulled the trigger. I didn't pull the trigger, but somebody will. It might get you a Super Bowl, man, because Keenan Allen, he's getting the targets from Caleb Williams. So we'll see. That's a good free agent list. You want me to take the tight end?
Yep.
All right. So the tight end group, this position group, who has the better game between Mark Andrews, who's at the Texans, Pat Freiermuth is playing the Chiefs. Freiermuth is at home. And then you have Noah Fant of Seattle playing at the Bears. Who has the better fantasy game? Freiermuth?
Yeah.
Okay. You like Freiermuth? Let me see if I can figure out a way. Yeah, I agree with that one. Because the other 2 dudes, they're kind of up and down on what they get from week to week. Mark Andrews is a great player, and him and Lamar Jackson are super tight.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't translate to targets and fantasy points. So I think Freiermuth, yeah, he's going to have to do work for the Steelers to be competitive against the Chiefs. So, okay, I'm good with that one. The second group, guys that, up and down, just getting started. Brenton Strange of the Jaguars playing the Titans.
Okay.
Then you got Stone Smart at the Patriots. Then Jake Ferguson at the Eagles.
Jake Ferguson,
you just bashing your Eagles today.
No, I'm just being honest. I'm telling you they're going to be out there all game. I'm telling you they're going to be out there all game.
So you feel like Cooper Rush is going to have to get the ball to Jake Ferguson?
No, I feel like he's going to have to get it to CeeDee Lamb, and then when CeeDee Lamb start getting double covered, he's going to start dumping it off to Jake Ferguson.
I think if I had to pick one, I go with Stone Smart.
Okay.
For one, I like saying Stone Smart. It sounds like a secret agent or something.
Stone Smart.
But you figure they're playing at New England. The weather's going to be kind of iffy. It's going to be tough to push the ball downfield. So if you got to use the middle of the field, maybe your tight end is going to get highlighted some. So I'm going to go with Stone Smart in this one. I think he has the better fantasy week of the three.
Okay.
The next one, these are the big boys. Brock Bowers at the Saints. George Kittle playing the Lions. Or David Njoku at the Dolphins.
Skittles.
George Kittle. I'm going to say Bowers, man. I just feel like Bowers is that guy.
Nice.
I'm telling you, bro, that's the tight end. When we draft next year, that's a guy. That's the dude to get. Hopefully it won't be like Sam Laporta's second year, but yeah, it's just not what we thought.
Yeah.
We thought a lot of publications had Sam Laporta as the top tight end coming off the board. And I'm sure Brock Bowers is going to be one or two next year. He's having an outstanding rookie year. So in terms of the three that I gave you having the best fantasy week this week, week 17, I'm going to go with Brock Bowers.
Okay.
Plus they got a good matchup. They're playing the Saints.
Yeah,
inside.
That's true too.
So we'll see. Okay. I got a group for you. Who do you start? So I'm going to give you 4 tight ends. I want you to pick one. You got Travis Kelce at the Steelers. Hunter Henry playing the Jets. And Sam Laporta at the 49ers. Of those 3.
Sam Laporta.
Laporta?
Yeah.
You like Laporta?
Yeah. Travis Kelce, I like who he used to be. Hunter Henry, he playing the Jets half line.
I think I would go to Laporta as well. I'd like that. Yeah, I think I would go Laporta as well. I mean, he's coming off a good week 16. Not what we expected as far as the numbers go, like we said. But in that offense, if you got a chance to get anybody in that offense or to rely on anybody in that offense to get a win, you're in good shape. All right, let's go over some free agents for the tight ends. You got Dalton Schultz. He's playing the Ravens. He should move up in the target pecking order. With Tank Dell out, those targets got to be redistributed. Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz are the top 2 guys left. So he should see an uptick. He had 5 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown week 16. So Dalton Schultz is a tight end to look at. Another one, Tyler Conklin at the Bills. He had 59 yards last week on 7 targets, so I'm not mad about that. That wouldn't be bad as a free agent. Try to get over the hump to get that Super Bowl. It wouldn't be bad. Then the last tight end, Chig Okonkwo. Yeah, the Titans tight end. Mason Rudolph looks for him.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's in most leagues, he's going to be available. Dude had 9 catches for 81 yards on 11 targets. 16. That's good money from a tight end this late in the season. So that might be a good one to target. It's crazy. Go ahead.
You know what's crazy that nobody know?
What?
I drafted him with my last pick.
You did. I remember that.
He got cut week 2.
I know. It just didn't work out. But he's coming back strong. Mason Rudolph under center has helped him out a lot.
Yeah.
So he's a good tight end to look at. All right. You want to go down to would you starts?
Yep.
Okay, this is fun. So this is where I just pepper Brendan with questions on if he would start like a particular defense or a particular kicker based on their matchup. So he gives me the thumbs up or the thumbs down. The first one. The Seahawks defense at the Bears. Thumbs down? Oh, you mean you would start?
Yeah, no.
Okay, you don't like him?
No, I mean, 'cause you don't know which Keenan Allen you gonna get. I'm good.
Which Caleb? Maybe the whole Bears.
The whole Bears
offense.
offense. Yeah, you don't know which one you gonna get.
Yeah, so you feel like the Seahawks defense, whichever Bears offense shows up, Seahawks defense won't be able to stop.
I'm good.
Bet. Okay. What about the Broncos defense at the Bengals? You would start them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel like...
Remember what I said 2 weeks ago?
What'd
Don't
you say?
get cute.
Don't get
what got you here. Broncos defense got me here.
He did say that. All right, so Broncos defense, stick with them.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's a tough matchup at the Bengals.
It don't matter.
Stick with what you got you there. You heard it. It's good to be young. You heard it from the man. All right. What about the Colts defense at the Giants? Just one thumb or two?
My toes.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're fortunate enough to have the Colts defense, or it's a defense you can pick up as a free agent in your league, they're playing the Giants. That's good money. That's just a good matchup. All right. What about the Lions defense at the 49ers? Feel good about that one?
Yep.
49ers ain't gonna be able to do much.
Nope.
All right, I can't argue with that because the Lions gonna get up and then got to try to score to catch up. That helps the defense out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's skip down to the kickers. Brandon Aubrey, Cowboys kicker, playing Philly. 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
Think he gonna get a lot of kicks.
Yep.
I can't necessarily argue with that. I mean, he's such a strong-legged kicker that you really can't sit him from week to week, whatever the matchups are. So Brandon Aubrey gets a thumbs up.
Yep.
All right. Falcons kicker, Younghoe Koo, playing at the Commanders. Younghoe's had a tough year. Thumbs down?
Yeah.
Don't like the matchup?
Nah.
Yeah, I feel like Washington's going to jump on them. And plus, Michael Penix Jr. hasn't seen like a playoff team caliber defense yet. He beat up on the Giants week 16, so I don't want to get too crazy if you're an Atlanta fan. Cam Little, the Jaguars kicker, playing the Titans. Mm-hmm. That should be a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
That game might be 48-45.
No defense.
No defense.
No defense.
We're defense already on vacation.
Yeah.
All right, so Cam Little gets 1 thumbs up, 2. 1. All right, 2. Okay. Dolphins kicker, Jason Sanders, at the Browns. Yeah. May as well.
Yep. I don't think they're going to get any touchdowns.
Really?
They're going to get a bunch of field goals. They got like 15 points of field goals.
Really? All right. So no touchdowns. Sanders is good. Good money. Okay, cool. That's good, man. I'm not too bad. You got any other Super Bowl hints we need to kick out while we're here?
Nope, but I do got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Be real.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's going to happen.
Like I'm going to be fake. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Do you think he's going to get 200 and some yards?
Saquon Barkley breaks the record?
Do you think he's going to break the record?
Nah, I don't think he will. I think he could have if things had worked out a little different. But, yeah, I don't think he's going to break the record.
Okay.
But it's amazing he got that close. He's had a phenomenal year. I thought you were going to ask me another question. Is he the MVP?
No, he's not the MVP.
Nah, he's not the MVP.
No.
I think Josh Allen's the MVP.
Yeah, they want Josh Allen.
Yeah. It's,
if he breaks the record.
Saquon breaks the record?
He's probably going to win.
So this is the hard part. Let's assume that Jalen Hurts misses at least one game because of the concussion protocol.
Mm-hmm.
It totally changes how defenses play. They're going to say, okay.
Oh, yeah. Only guard him. We good.
Let's stop 26.
And we win the game.
And make the quarterback beat us.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, if I were a defensive coordinator, I would do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's what Washington did the second half. They loaded up. I mean, it was guys on Saquon. So, yeah, I think if Hurts was playing, he had a chance to break the record. It was going to be close.
Mm-hmm.
Sirianni would have had a decision to make. But, yeah, I don't think he breaks it. But, yeah, they're going to have a great year. To me, they're still the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But as a young football fan, it just shows you how one injury can change the whole complexion of a team. You saw it watching the game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It totally changed when Jalen Hurts went out.
I knew it, too. I didn't care the score was 21-7. I was like, oh, yeah, we're cooked.
Yeah, it was tough.
Because I checked before I got here,
Mm-hmm.
and I just looked at, like, the plays and, like, our drives.
Right.
4-play drive.
Yeah.
2-play drives.
Yeah.
4-play. 5-play. 4-play.
Washington was just hanging around.
Yeah.
Just hanging around. But the thing is, man, like, even if you, so obviously this is a fantasy podcast, but you look at it in terms of just fantasy points. You lost points if you had Jalen Hurts as your quarterback. You lost points if A.J. Brown was your receiver because the expensive.
Well, he still had 80 and a touchdown.
Yeah, but most of that was when Hurts was kind of playing in the first quarter. He had a couple catches, but he was limited.
Yeah.
You knew you weren't going to get any explosive plays because he wasn't going to get behind the defense like he would have with Hurts was there because, you can throw it.
Mm-hmm.
What else? It kind of impacted the game. Well, on the flip side, if you had Jaden Daniels, you did really good.
Yeah.
Because it turned into a shootout.
Mm-hmm.
And in fantasy, that's what you want. You want to get in the shootout and get as many points from your marquee players as you can. So, Nah, that was a good question. I think we're good, man. Ready for the Super Bowl. We got to get home and watch the Monday night game and keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So we'll be on here. Let's see. We're going to take a little Christmas break. This is actually our last episode of this season. So we'll do the wrap-up season on January the 7th. So we'll skip a week, but we'll be back soon. So we'll come and check you out next time. Until then, have a great holiday. And hopefully you got a ring out of your fantasy league. Take care.
Peace.